So a quick part 2 from my last video of how LA is fighting back against ICE. And I get this story from my friend Georgia Speaks Out, which I just reposted, but I'll do a quick recap. So now the tow truck drivers in Los Angeles are doing their part. They're following ICE around the city. So when ICE parks their vehicles, usually illegally, to go out and wreak havoc and kidnap innocent, hardworking people who have been here for decades, not criminals, hardworking, good people, the tow truck drivers are towing their cars away. So when they come back with their kidnapped victims, their cars are gone. You gotta love LA.
I guess not all heroes wear capes. I heard a rumor that tow trucks were following ICE agents and taking their trucks when they park illegally. And I thought it wasn't real. Like, I did some research, I couldn't find much. But then I found this video of a tow truck taking an ICE agent's car, and it seems like it's outside of a hotel. We know they're staying in different hotels, and people know where the hotels are, so they go and protest. So it's very likely that they just towed it, but regardless, it's pretty funny. So watch. If the cases that they're doing this often, be safe, but thank you for your service. I salute you. I'm Alex, this is my rant, and I'm out.
So apparently there's a bunch of tow truck drivers in LA and around where ICE is raiding, and they're following around the ICE vehicles. And the ICE vehicles are often parking illegally so that they can go, kidnap people and drag them into their cars. So the tow truck drivers are following them, and the minute that they park, the tow trucks are towing the ICE vehicles away, so that when ICE agents come back, hauling their kidnapped victims, their cars are gone. I fully support this.
ICE, ICE, ICE. You're going to love this. This is what they're doing now in Los Angeles to deal with ICE. There are tow truck drivers that are going around, and when they see unmarked cars that are parked illegally in the street, illegally on private property, illegally parked, I guess, where they're not in parking spaces properly on the street or whatever, they're towing them. Isn't that ingenious? And they're clearly going to impound the cars. They're going to take them and they're going to impound them. If you've ever dealt with a car being towed, you know what a pain in the butt it is. It's a pain in the butt without all the proper papers. And they make it a pain in the butt so they can charge you several $100s a day to hold it. Isn't that great? Tow truck drivers around the country, you want extra money? Well, if you see ICE unmarked cars parked improperly, and if you're working with the city, as many of you may be, when you can tow cars when they're illegally parked and you tow them off to be impounded, that's a great idea. I think great way to make some extra money and probably help provide some justice here in the country. But I think it's great. But tow truck drivers in Los Angeles are currently doing this, and just wanted to share that out to everybody. I think it's a great idea. What do you think? Love you, my Democrats, my MAGAs, my crazies, my cuckoos, and my burned out light bulbs. Let me know. LA tow truck drivers, way to go. Y'all are showing us the way.
You're not gonna believe what just happened in Los Angeles. ICE agents, immigration officers thought they could park anywhere they want. But guess what? Los Angeles truckers weren't having it. They got towed for illegal parking. Instant karma, you are. Yeah, I'm telling you, this was instant karma. Let's talk about this crazy moment and why people are cheering. Let's kindly watch these clips. All credit to the owners of these clips. We come back with more commentary.
Okay, I'm crying. I'm laughing so hard. Did you guys see the video? I just seen it. It was the best. ICE was raiding, I think it was Oxnard. And while they're in whatever building they went to go into, they had their vehicles towed because they were parked illegally. And they didn't show, they didn't show when they came out and realized their cars were gone. But I just picture them be like, bro, dude, where's my car? And there's actual tow truck drivers that are volunteering their time to wait to see when they park illegally to tow their cars. And I'm dying. That was so good. I needed to see that this morning. I just keep picturing them coming out and being like, where'd you leave the car? It's so good.
You guys know my stance on the ICE raids. I think it's inhumane what is happening in our country. Here, the halfway post said, breaking, a growing group of tow truck drivers in Los Angeles are reportedly stalking ICE convoys so they can tow away all the unmarked ICE vans and SUVs that get parked incorrectly the moment the agents get out to start looking for people to abduct and deport. Can we make a movie about this? Can we get Liam Neeson on the phone? Imagine Liam Neeson, a tow truck driver, takes matters into his own hands. I mean, I'm making light of this situation, but this is the type of stuff that gives you a little bit of faith in humanity, isn't it? When you're like, gosh, there are people that are trying to use whatever bit of power they have to stop the insanity going on right there. Here's Jon Favreau talking about the plainclothes masked agents wreaking havoc across the country.
So you have plainclothes agents with masks, with guns, sometimes in unmarked vehicles. What are people supposed to do? Like when someone just grabs you now or grabs someone that you're with, you're not supposed to demand a warrant. You're not supposed to try to stop it. What if it's just some bad guy? What if it's just some criminal who's just going to say that they're from ICE and grab you? Now, that's the country we're living in now, where like anyone can just be rounded up and grabbed off the street, and now you're not supposed to say anything and not supposed to resist and not supposed to ask for a fucking warrant because it's ICE? I mean, it's absurd.
Yeah, because we live in a country where, you want transparency. You want police officers with body cam footage, Freedom of Information Act requests so that you can see actually what goes down. And now they're actually saying that they can't, share their face. And a lot of reports are coming out that these are just deputized prison guards and that are clearly not trained in this type of confrontation. It's absolutely wild stuff.
So here is what went down. ICE agents pulled up in Los Angeles and parked in a spot where they weren't supposed to. Some say it was a red zone or a space blocking traffic, either way, illegal. And instead of moving their cars, when they asked, they stayed put like they were above the law. But Los Angeles truckers didn't care who they were. They called a tow truck on them and boom! Those ICE vehicles were gone in minutes, towed away like any regular car. Yeah, and people caught this on video. That video is now blowing up all over TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. Everyone is reacting. Yeah, everyone is reacting about this issue. This moment is big not just because it's funny, but because it's ironic. ICE agents are known for arresting and deporting people, especially immigrants, sometimes in unfair and aggressive ways. Yeah, we all know this. So when they break the rules and get a taste of the same treatment, people feel like it's justice. Yeah, people feel like it's justice. Online, people are calling it karma in real time or rules for thee, but not for me. And for once, the system treated them like anyone else. So this is a moment where people are saying you can't just break the law and expect no consequences, even if you wear a badge. Yeah. Let me tell you what some people are saying online. One person said, finally, law enforcement getting a ticket instead of giving one. Wow. Another wrote, Los Angeles truckers are the real heroes today. Stand up for the little guy. Someone else said, They park illegally and tow immigrants. Now they got towed poetic justice. And people are also asking if regular folks get fined or towed for small stuff, why shouldn't they? There is even memes going around with tow trucks pulling up next to ICE vans like it's a movie scene. Let me be real with you, this was not just funny, it was powerful. It showed that no one is above the law. If ICE agents want to enforce laws on others, they should follow the law themselves. Yeah, I also think this shows how strong communities can be. Those truckers didn't stay silent. They didn't care about titles or uniforms. They saw something wrong and acted. That takes guts. And honestly, it's about time we see people in power held to the same standards as the rest of us. Yeah, it's the matter of time. And what I love most is it wasn't violent, it wasn't messy, just a tow truck pulling up, doing its job, and reminding people rules are rules, period. So now I want to hear from you. You think the truckers were right to call the tow truck? Do you think so? Or do you think they should have let it slide because it was ice? Drop your answer in the comments and let me know, have you ever seen someone powerful get a taste of their own medicine? This story is right and it's just one of many where people are standing up to unfair treatment. If you enjoyed this reaction, hit that like button and subscribe for more real takes on what's going on. I'll be back with more trending news, reactions, and stories they don't want you to see. Trust me. So, peace out and remember instant karma, don't miss. Catch you next time. Bye.